Hello Sharon, I hope you are alright. I might as well introduce you, Buddy. He will be in every single video because it doesn't matter where I put him, he finds his way here. So, right, okay. We are going to get started. I'd like you to find a short band. If you don't have a band that's already kind of short and you've got a longer band, just double or triple it up until it's sort of, well, shoulder width apart. We're going to work on some mobilization work to kind of open up through the shoulders, and then we're going to do a few active drills at the end just to try and aid that shoulder girdle hip issue that we're trying to develop. Yeah, more mobility, more stretch, and therefore more strength through both sides of the body equally. So I'm going to ask you to start in a child's pose. We're going to start knees pretty wide apart, feet together, drop the hips back, and then I want you to extend your arms forward. We're trying to create a sense of almost traction through the spine. So you're coming onto the fingertips, walk the fingertips as far forward as you can. Notice the hips will want to lift, and then try and use the fingers to push the hips back down towards the heels and then drop the forehead. Keep pushing the ground away with the fingers. And every exhale, I want you to think about softening the shoulders down into that space. So every inhale, you're thinking about breathing into the belly, breathing into the width of the body. So imagine you were trying to breathe under the armpits, and then imagine you were trying to breathe right into the shoulder blades. And then as you exhale, imagine the shoulder blades lowering, the rib cage coming back in towards the center, and the stomach drawing back towards the spine. So we're going to inhale, belly goes down, body imagines going wide, breathe into the shoulder blades. Exhale, shoulder blades, chest comes lower, ribs come in, belly draws back. 3 more deep breaths like that. While you're breathing, I'm just going to explain why we're doing this. The 3-part breath is really important because A, it slows the body down. It also works to strengthen the diaphragm, which is part of the core muscles, part of the core stabilizers, which obviously is very important for you with riding. If we can actually strengthen the diaphragm and create more oxidization of red blood cells faster because you're breathing into the back of the body and the back of the lungs, which is where most of that oxygen transference actually takes place, you're going to be more productive on the bike. You're going to have more endurance, you're going to have more ability to access more power, which is what we're looking for. So don't underestimate the breathing part of this. Okay, your next inhale, leaving the hands where they are, or fingers where they are, come down flat onto the hands, and then you're going to lift up. Imagine you were being pulled up by the middle of your back. So we're not just shifting the weight forward, we're really arching the back. Use the hands, pull them towards you, arch the body up, chin stays tucked to the chest, and then as you exhale, go all the way back down again. Inhale, pull the hands towards you, arch the spine, chin to chest. Exhale, back. One more time. Inhale, chin to chest, up. Good. And then slowly start to lift the chin, lift the gaze. Draw the knees in underneath the hips. So we've got knees stacked under the hips. Hands are going to spread wide underneath the shoulders. We're going to move through a few cat-cows. You might have done this in yoga before. But I'd like you to inhale, lift the gaze up, fill the belly with air, let it go down, and then pull the shoulders back. Think about lats. So we're wrapping the elbows underneath to engage the lat here. And then as you exhale, you're going to push the ground away. Tuck the pelvis underneath, gaze goes back to the belly button. Really push the floor away with your hands. Inhale, belly fills with air, shoulders pull back, gaze lifts. Exhale, push with the hands round the shoulders, round the back, gaze goes back. One more time, inhale, belly goes down, shoulders pull back, elbows wrap out. Exhale, push and round back. Okay, come to find a more neutral position. When we talk about neutral, you'll often see, especially in Pilates and stuff like that, they'll say push your lower back down towards the floor. Bear in mind, your spine is designed in a certain way. We're supposed to have 3 curves through the spine. There's a reason for that. So if your body's natural position is like this, that's your body's natural position. If your body's natural position is like this, that's the way your body has learned to brace itself. So we need to work around that. So find a position where you feel like you're drawing the rib cage together. Pelvis might tuck slightly as you do that, but keeping the ribs down is how we basically ascertain a safe position for bracing. So push the ground with the hands, tuck the chin so you're not hanging, double chin, push down with the top of the feet, the ankles, the top of the shins, feel that engagement through the abdominals, and then imagine pulling your hands back towards your knees. So knees are still on the floor, imagine pulling the hands back, feel the core brace. Keep holding, keep breathing in and out, keep the brace. And then release. If you need to take off the hands, by all means do so. If the hands become sore, you can always do this on your knuckles. Okay, we're going to do that again, and this time hover the knees. So press down with the top of the feet, push the ground away with the hands, double chin. Rib cage draws down, hover the feet, hover the knees, pull the hands back towards the knees, feel that core really bracing. Keep breathing, and drop the knees, relax, shake off the hands. I do everything in threes, so you've got one more to go. Hands underneath shoulders, push down, dome through the shoulders, pull the rib cage down, hover the knees, pull the hands back. Good, lower the knees. Okay, now we've woken up the core. I feel comfortable that we're able to kind of open through the thoracic and stretch out the shoulders because we're braced through here. So we've got some internal kind of awareness in the body. Come down to lie on your front. You're going to make a T shape with the arms. So the elbows are going to be at shoulder height. Fingers are in line with the elbows. Turn your head towards the right side. Then I want you to lift up your right leg, bend the knee, yawn the hip open and drop the foot. Maybe the foot drops behind, maybe it hovers, but try and think about the knee pointing towards the ceiling. Should feel quite an intense stretch through the left shoulder. You might notice that the arm wants to move in. Try and keep it in line where it was. If this feels uncomfortable, by the way, you can always bring a cushion underneath this foot. Every inhale, think about breathing into the front of the body. Every exhale, imagine the knee goes higher, the foot goes back. Inhale, slowly come back to lie on your front. Relax the leg down, swap sides. Gaze turns to the left, left leg lifts, bend the knee. Yawn the hip open. Maybe the foot drops behind, maybe it doesn't, but the knee is going towards the ceiling. Inhaling, filling in the belly. Breathing into the shoulder blades, exhaling, let the knee come higher and the foot go lower. Cool. Slowly come back to lie on your front. Draw the hands underneath the shoulders. Find your way back into a tabletop. We're going to sit back. Okay, so grab a hold of your band. One of the things I see a lot, and so obviously with cycling you're going to be doing this position a lot of people when they then start to do back bends, because they don't actually have any thoracic mobility to open, what happens is the ribcage kind of does this, and the ribcage opens really wide. So I take a big breath in, do a back bend, and my ribs flare. What we want to try and avoid with this, when we're trying to work on opening the thoracic, is this happening. So we want to think about drawing the ribcage down, so that the movement comes from the spine, which is why we're working on those circular, the sort of rotational aspects so far. Okay, your next exercise, grab your band. You want to bring it just above your elbows. It should be tight enough that it almost draws the arms in, and what you're trying to do is then pull out slightly so that you can get your elbows alongside the body. Okay, keep the hands facing towards each other, fairly active, doesn't need to be, too much. And then what we're doing is we're going to try and lift, keeping that outward pressure, lift the elbows up without letting this happen. Keep the ribs down, let the elbows come up, keep them bent. Feel the pressure. release. We're going to do 5 of those. Keep the ribs down, arms go up. Bring the arms down, relax the pressure, put on the pressure, rib cage down, arms go up. Come down, release the pressure 2 more times. Notice as well, and I might well be doing this because this is an exercise I permanently have to do to rehab my shoulder I showed you, is the neck always wants to go forward, try and double chin it. So double chin, ribs down, you'll notice my pelvis tucks when I do that. Outward pressure, arms go up. Come back down. Release the pressure, last one of these, then we've got one more exercise to do and then you're done. Okay, elbows out, rib cage down, arms go up, double chin. Oh my gosh. Keep going, try and get those elbows up. Good. Relax and let it go. Okay, last exercise. So what we're doing is strengthening the shoulder cuff with that one. So we're working on that kind of shoulder rotational aspect, that outward strength, which is what we're going to need to strengthen because you do a lot of this. We're going to try and strengthen this range. So come down to lie on your front. This time we're going to make a W with the arms again. What we're doing is you're going to create forehead down, create a double chin, pull the chin back so the forehead hovers just off the mat. Then squeeze the elbows, thumbs point towards the ceiling, squeeze the elbows up. Extend the arms forward, try and squeeze them up by the ears. Pull the arms back. Imagine your armpits, your lats, pulling the elbows back. Relax the elbows, relax the forehead. Whew. Get ready. 4 more times. Double chin, elbows squeeze, arms go forward and then squeeze them up by the ears. Squeeze them down. Relax the elbows, relax the head. 3 more. Double chin, elbows, arms up, arms back, arms relaxed, head relaxes. 2 more. Double chin, elbows, forward, back, relax, relax. Last one, ready? Double chin, elbows up, arms go forward, pull them up by the ears. Get them long, get them straight. Squeeze them down. Relax the arms, relax the head. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Bring yourself back up into a kneeling position and we're just going to rotate. Just that solid, that tightness out. As you progress with that one especially, what I'd like you to do is do the first 2 as you were, then the next 3, come forward, lift the arms, and then see if you can lift both legs. Lower the legs, lower the arms, lower the head. Okay, keep me posted, let me know how that goes, and we will progress this in 6 weeks' time. Alright.